Taurus, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast. This is for June 13th through the 19th, 2016. I'm Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel, be sure to check out the link down below because the signs are different. All right, so Taurus, this week we're going to try something different. We're going to look at 4 key areas for you, which is going to be self, your relationships, your work, and your finances, and center the reading around that. And then after that, we'll look at an overview to cover anything we may have missed and just look at the overall picture. So let's go ahead and start with yourself, which is going to be looking at your ruler Venus, who is going to still be in your sign up and through Friday. So it's still a great week for looking good, feeling good, getting your self-image in order for those of you who've been doing that, enjoying that more sensual, area of life. And that could be through your relationships. It could be through your finances, cultivating a lot of that. In fact, that's where the shift is going to be. Because on Friday, Venus goes into your second house. So over this weekend, you'll probably find this enjoyment of the simple pleasures of life. The good meal, the relaxation, whatever it might be. It's a lot of enjoyment to be had with that. And with your ruler there, definitely the shift from what was and will be up until Friday, a lot of this independent energy, more into enjoying the simple pleasures of life. Now, in terms of relationships, we have that Saturn retrograde, and that's in your 7th house of relationships. So that Saturn's going to be squaring up to Neptune this week, Friday and Saturday. So it's a lot of things you're re-examining about relationships at the moment, especially in the big picture sense, maybe having to do with things like commitment, stability, structure, just overall probably just needing to be patient in this area. But whatever it is you're re-examining about relationships, that's continuing through August. But this week, Saturn squaring up to Neptune might be uncertainty about that. All right, so with the uncertainty, if you are feeling that about the relationship stuff, just being patient, being present, really being grateful for what you have and who you have in your life, I think can go a long ways with this kind of energy. Now, Mars is also your 7th house ruler. He's still retrograde. So again, adding to the fact that a lot of things are reflective about this area. Now, in terms of your work, that Saturn is squaring up to Neptune from your 10th. So this uncertainty could specifically have to do with your work, as it has been the case. But there can be a beautiful thing here. Neptune is showing you how to connect with your career in a more soul-fulfilling kind of a way, and where you can have more of that, enjoyment when it comes to doing things in your work that you truly enjoy, that are really connected to what you're about. But it's receptive, it's really listening. And even giving is a huge energy with Neptune. How we can really give through our work and feel like our work is doing something that's helping others, perhaps in some sense. So if that's the case, but in either way with Neptune, it can blur things, it can confuse things. But Neptune is going retrograde on Monday, which is actually going to lighten that up a bit. So I think even though there's this, working with uncertainty, being patient, etc., there is an intuitive understanding, I think, shifting from Monday onward relating to your career, which is great. I think it might have to do with something about connecting to it on that soul level. So that's going to be the work sector. Mars is also retrograde in your 6th house. So when it comes to your routine, particularly like the day-to-day work, you guys are re-examining that too. It's great to re-examine your regimens, your routine, your workspace. What really motivates you in work? Asking yourself those kinds of questions. And maybe getting more active there as well. You guys are learning a lot about that. And work Venus. Venus also does rule your work sector. And one thing I do want to mention, because she is your chart ruler here on Monday, she's going to be squaring up to Chiron. So on Monday, if you're feeling any wounds about yourself, about your work, or whatever it might be, there's that opportunity to accept. And it's that acceptance that leads to that rejuvenation. And I think as a result of that acceptance from Monday, I think you guys will feel rejuvenated and healed, maybe in regards to the work sector in some sense, but probably more so having to do with yourself and your independence. All right, so this takes us to the finances, which, like I said, there's going to be a shift of focus here over the weekend going into next week with your ruler going into that 2nd house. Mercury, the ruler of your 2nd house, is already in your 1st, so you guys are likely thinking about this stuff, so it's good to continue to cultivate that. This is going to be the area of the new beginnings for you next month. So with this shift of focus, just sort of considering where you might take this area into a new direction, but it's not quite there yet. That's going to be ongoing next month and onward. But I'm enjoying them nonetheless. Venus in the second house could definitely be attracting those values in your life, enjoying your life. And I guess the key is to just, do it with moderation, I suppose, with that Venus. All right, so that's the 4 key areas. Now, in terms of the overview, let's go ahead and see what else we've got this week. So Monday, like I said, that's the healing sort of day and that shift, maybe about that inner awareness. Then as we go into Tuesday, the sun does sextile up to Uranus. So this could be maybe something new and something different here around Tuesday. Mixing up the daily activities could be quite nice. Then on Wednesday, there's some more healing with our self-expression collectively. And the sun does rule your 4th house of home and family. So when it comes to your emotional body, having that acceptance as well, just like you did earlier with self, it's going to be about things relating to either your emotions, your home, your family, your health. Doing that healing can help you heal, and then that's carrying on with you as well. Then Saturn squaring up to Neptune we talked about. And as we go into Monday we're going to have the full moon. And that's going to be a full moon right on the cusp between your 7th house of relationships and your 8th house of deeper connections. So there's a lot of insight coming in. I think this weekend you'll probably feel it. It's more awareness about relationships. It's more awareness about what really matters to you in life. And I think those are great areas to cultivate, whether it's spending time with those in your life or maybe reflecting on what really matters and really connecting on that deep and intimate sort of way. So this is a culmination. It's a high point in awareness. And that's going to be taking us into next week. All right, Taurus, so have a fantastic week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next week.